My second suggestion is this: trust counsel and authorities in your life before you make promises. There's a really interesting law in the Old Testament in Numbers chapter 30. It's about women and vows. If a woman were to make a vow, that you see this principle where either her father and her husband hears of it, that he can step in and remove the obligation to the vow. But if he doesn't say anything, the vow stands. And the law points to this idea that there is a authority structure in place for the intention of protecting rash vows. And I think that points to a principle that we see in Scripture, that one way we protect our mouths is by living in community with others. Living in the structures God has placed with us. With the abundance of counselors, says the Proverbs, there is wisdom. So for instance, maybe the way this principle plays out, one of your children says, hey, can I go do this? And you're like, no, that's not going to work. And you say, but I promised my friend I would do that. Well, you as the parent then step in and say, you have the authority. I'm sorry, I'm taking that away. Like, I'm not saying you don't have to make it right. I'm not saying you don't have to apologize, but I'm removing that vow. Like, you're not going to keep that promise because I'm your authority and I'm saying no. Right? Like, we need to be wise, take counsel, and trust authority in our life to be able to step in and say, oh, when they hear, no, you should not do that. That's wrong. Like, God has given us those structures for our protection.